Y'all want to know something crazy? Almost every time I have seen a so-called Palestinian flag hanging from somebody's window or in front of somebody's house, it is right next to an alphabet community flag. The L's, the G's, the B's, the T's, the Q's, and all of these. Or it's next to a transformer flag, just all out transformer, transmission, in transit. A Islamist flag of a quote unquote state that was celebrated by the likes of Osama right next to Fruity Pebbles. Now, this to me says one thing. Either these people are mentally disabled, mentally unable, mentally unwell, mentally unhinged, or it's a scam. There's no real in between for me. These individuals have the lack of mental prowess, the inability to use their brains fully, or maybe even partially, because there's folks who use their brain partially and still don't get to that conclusion. So either it's that or these people are running a full blitz scam. Now, I just so happen to believe that it falls into both camps, but mostly the scam aspect, right? Most of these so-called activists, if you were to ask these people, where is the West Bank? They would likely ask you, Citi or Chase. Wells Fargo? These people have no idea what the hell they're standing up for. All they know is that it is winning them brownie points in their little cult. Simple as that. And so that being said, I just wanted to give y'all a little insight into what we're actually dealing with here. I feel this is more important than ever, especially after Charlie Kirk's assassination and the full blitz media propaganda campaign that's been taking place ever since. If we don't understand how this machine works on the minds of anybody, I mean, it's easy to point to just the leftists, but any of us can get got, any of us can be propagandized and bamboozled. We need our discernment. We need to rationally and logically think things through. And most importantly, to just think for your damn self. I think that's a lost art in many cases. Just don't worry about the voices, not even mine. Just go ahead and think for your damn self. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Different types of Jews. There's like Ashkenazi. There's different like all
Ashkenazi?
over.
If that was the entire video right there, that would be enough. Ashkenazi. Okay. Yeah.
Hi, excuse me? I'm with Learn, Discover, Share. We're doing a quick questionnaire to raise awareness for what's happening in Gaza right now.
Have you heard of the genocide in Gaza?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
What is a genocide?
I consider a genocide to be the mass murder of people.
Mass murder of
The
people.
oppression of people.
Right.
Or anything really. You could genocide the animals, whatever. Yeah.
Right, you could genocide animals, that's true. What is a Palestinian?
Somebody just like that. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was relatively offensive. She said identifies himself. Now, wait a minute. This falls in the face of all leftist ideology. Himself? How dare you? In the words of Greta Thunberg. I believe in alignment with their own belief system. A Palestinian is somebody who claims to be a Palestinian. Right now, I'm a Palestinian. That's it. That's what a Palestinian is. It's essentially in alignment with the reality because it is not an actual nation state. And this is according to everybody around them, not just the Jewish people. We're talking about, the ancestors, the Jordanians and the Egyptians, etc. They don't even know what the hell a Palestine is. But let us continue.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. A person.
A person.
When was Palestine established?
Actually, I don't know exactly.
Ballpark? Okay.
I know it was it was before World War II.
1948.
1948? That was the establishment of Palestine.
I want to say so.
Now, we have here a map.
It's Israel, by the way.
of the world, right? Would you be able to point out Palestine on the map?
I don't want to be wrong.
Somewhere there.
Yeah.
Yes, that is Eastern Europe. That's great.
How many Jews do you think there are in the world?
Yeah, no. Around close to a billion.
Close to a billion.
I'm sorry, folks. This is so much worse than I imagined. I didn't watch this clip in its entirety. I saw the first 3 seconds and knew we were in the midst of the, The Walking Dead? We have the walking brain dead. That's what this is essentially. There are roughly 15 million Jews in the world. Yeah. So there's that. Yeah. The Gaza Strip is not in Eastern Europe. It is located in the Middle East. What else did we have there? The 1948 or the establishment of Palestine before World War II. Turns out it was actually closer to 1988, and it was the proclamation of a Palestinian state, right? These are just some of the things we can verse ourselves on when we are indeed engaging with the walking brain dead. So let us continue.
Yeah.
2 million.
2 million? What were you going to say?
Oh, okay. I think so, like 1 billion.
1 billion? 1 billion, 2 million?
Now, do you know where Jews are originally from?
I don't know, Egypt.
Egypt? Egypt. Nice answer, nice answer.
Are you guys realizing how the mishmash replacement thing that's taken place there? I mean, I know these people have no idea about anything they're talking about, but the 1948 attributed to Palestine, and then the Egyptian origin attributed to Jews. It's almost like the whole genocide thing, right? How, the Palestinians have been calling for the genocide of the Jews forever at this point, right? That's what Palestinianism's actual ideology is about. It's what their culture is built upon. It's not about freedom of this land as art. No, they don't give a damn. They just want to wipe out the Jew. That's kind of their thing. Yeah. Turns out that the genociders, or those who actually attempted to do so on October 7th, are now being labeled as the ones being genocided. Interesting. It's real interesting stuff.
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem?
Jerusalem?
Originally is hard.
Yeah, it is a hard question.
But like BC, I feel like.
Right.
Well, there's different types
It's
of
like
Jews.
BC.
There's like Ashkenazi. There's different like all
Ashkenazi?
over. I mean,
But that's like
There.
pre-mapping, so like the
Pre-map,
thing is
right.
complicated.
Right.
How many Jews were killed in the Holocaust?
I know the number's a couple million. I couldn't tell you the exact number.
40,000.
40,000.
Okay. I was gonna say like 300,000.
Is there like 250 million?
250 million? How much is your tuition?
I'm paying full tuition, so
Full tuition, and what is that?
around 90, like 80, 90K.
36.
One of the main points that Charlie oftentimes spoke on that hasn't been coming up much as of recent. College is a scam. Prove me wrong. Y'all listening to this right now. These are kids who have likely devoted their entire identity to this Free Palestine scam. Yet they cannot point to basic facts about even World War II. Okay, you might not know when, the hypothetical Palestine was proclaimed, but World War II might not know the original home of the Jewish people, which is ironic because it is literally Israel, right? That's where the whole Israel thing actually came from, ironically enough. There's a book about it. It's fantastic. Y'all should read it. So, we have that, but you're paying $80,000, $30,000, $40,000 a year to be dumber, more ignorant, to no less. Okay. College is a scam. Yeah.
I don't pay.
You don't pay? Okay.
I'm not paying.
On scholarship.
All on scholarship. Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you guys.
Herd mentality coming soon. What's that? Let's do something. Yeah, shout out to herd mentality, whatever that is. Yeah, I mean, I do this on a daily basis. I do this for a living. And yet still, I am baffled. My flabbers are oftentimes gasted. I can't believe what I'm seeing. But the irony in that is, I know exactly why it's happening. I know exactly how this system essentially works, how they psychologically, emotionally, and spiritually engineer these kids. You sell them a narrative, a story that's going to essentially tie into likely a pre-existing emotional narrative. So most people are looking for a few different things according to, let's say, Maslow's hierarchy, right? We're looking for our survival needs to be met. And then you have your, I guess, thrival needs. You start to go up that scale. You now have the desire for significance, the desire for uniqueness, and essentially autonomy, originality. So these are almost conflicting. You want to be different, but you also want to be accepted, right? You want to be a special snowflake, but you also want to be groupthink, so you're not rejected. And of course, the highest level you have, self-actualization. I know I'm missing a few along the way, but in essence, they're tapping into that, the primal needs are already taken care of. We're living in the Western world where these things are in abundance, right? You ain't got to go out and hunt. You can scroll on your phone and somebody will drop off, your Happy Meal or whatever the hell you're getting. So that's met. Next up, okay, significance, acceptance, approval, validation, if you want to say it in that way. And so what better way than to create these movements, these pseudo importances that are placed upon individuals, not earned, right? I believe that's supposed to be the way in which we, quote unquote, meet these needs. There's supposed to be a value system there. So how do you meet your needs of hunger, of shelter? Well, you got to go out and do something, build something, go get something, right? Acquire resources. How do you meet the need of being accepted by a group? You got to be of value to that group. How do you build this, originality or significance? Self-importance, I guess you could even say. Well, it's by creating value for those around you. You are esteemed for the things that you do, that you contribute. But all of that is bastardized. It is kind of turned on its head, and its shadow side is then expressed through these leftist movements or, these extremist value systems. And it's not just a leftist thing. It's also on the right. It's in the middle. It's, all people can find themselves in such, whether it is a cult of ideology or a theological cult or whatever it may be. That's what this is about. They want to belong. They want to be accepted, and they care more about that than they do the actual lives of the people that are being affected by the movements they're supporting. These people are endorsing terror. They're standing behind jihadists. They are gaslighting or projecting onto the people who are actually suffering, the people who have actually been victimized. It's very ironic to me because the leftists love to latch onto this idea of social justice. What better movement, what better victim than those who are actually being victimized for who they are? A small, tiny minority group, around 15 million in the world. I believe around 7 million is in Israel right now, and that number is growing for good reason. Imagine a group that racially diverse, that accepting, that has your same value systems, if you can even say that, I guess, that are open to a lot of the things that, as degenerate as they may be, they're still as open as the Western world or America is, because they hold a lot of Western values and freedoms and liberties and things of that nature, whether right or wrong. And yet those are the people that are targeted. I saw something that really hit me yesterday. There's a lady who's performing in Eurovision. She is an Israeli. And they're telling her that if she's going to compete at the highest level, like I guess in the, I don't know, not the championships. I'm thinking as far as, sports goes. But if she's going to compete in the finale, she can't hold up her Israeli flag. So she either has to denounce her flag by having a neutral flag or basically dropping out of the competition. That's the level of groupthink, herd mentality that we're experiencing. And when it is done for the sake of aligning with evil, which is what this is, everybody loses, including those who believe that they're on the right side of history. Everybody loses. So yeah, we need to continue to wake up. And I'll continue to call these things out for what they are. Scams. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Now, if you'd like to stay around, make sure to click that little subscribe button down there. Or you can show some love by going to the description below and clicking on the button titled Buy Me a Coffee. Leave a little something there, or click on the Cash App. Leave a little something here. Till the next time, peace. Aquarius. Where?
I've been up for hours, I've been up for days, you. Staring at the ceiling, I've been counting strays, you. I've been in my feelings, I've been out of mind. I've been getting visions of the other kind. Yeah, I've been up for weeks. I'm in the count of blessings over count of sheep. I can never be the type to limit when it comes to me. I used to be the pleaser for the people I ain't even need.